Hey guys, I'm RozaldVaneGAME, and welcome back to another episode of Alan Wake's American Nightmare, or I wanted to shorten it to American Nightmare. But in general, it's Alan Wake's American Nightmare. Where we last left off was that we finished up the Act 1 for the rest stop, which is the first map we got through, or level, I guess I would call it. And Emma at the end pretty much got taken by the Taken, I guess, the Shadow, the Darkness. We may see her again, not entirely sure yet. But at the same time, we are also in the Observatory, which is the next clue of where Mr. Scratch might end up being. So, I don't know how we're gonna... Okay, so that's how we're gonna get in, I guess. Yeah, so we missed out a bunch of the manuscript from the rest stop. Really? You have to do that, Darkness? Oh, there's a manuscript page, I see. Alright, so, I mean, this is the first one, technically.
As a storyteller, my first real love was crime. And it was in that genre that I finished my first novel, starring the perpetually miserable Alex Casey, whose entire life was a wound that never healed. The books sold as fast as they hit the shelves. I wrote 5 more Alex Casey books, and they all were bestsellers. I became rich. I became famous. Success brought pressure, and I didn't handle it very well.
I mean, typical celebrities can't handle very well. Like some celebrities cannot handle the idea that they have to like keep up a face, I guess. Some people might just be like so pressured that they couldn't do anything about it. See, again, also the thing I'm missing on is probably like radio and yeah, let me get back the shotgun. Wow, they didn't actually have any they took away my carbine rifle from... Oh my god, that's a huge-ass fire extinguisher. That's way bigger than my body. Holy heck, that's crazy how big that is. I didn't even imagine it to be that big. Alright, let's hear this.
Welcome back, listeners. As you know, I'm Eddie Rodman, and I'm still talking to old gods of Asgard, who are doing their big comeback tour. How's that been going for you? Odin?
Splendid! I'm having the time of my life. You know, I didn't realize how much I'd missed that.
And what about you, Tor?
It's okay, you know.
Well, this must bring back a lot of memories.
Oh, yeah. It's wonderful to be back on stage. If it wasn't for my knee, I'd feel like a young man again.
Well, speaking of that, I hate to keep harping on this age thing, but I gotta tell you, I've heard your new songs, guys, and you sound really good.
Thank you.
And, this may be a touchy subject, but to be blunt, you really don't sound, well, old. I mean the difference between your speaking voice and your singing voice, it's pretty striking.
What the hell are you talking about? You saying it's not us singing on that record? What? What's he talking about?
No, I'm not saying that, guys, but I can't help noticing the difference.
Son, you're on thin ice. You calling me a liar?
Whoa, hey, let me just step in here for a moment, boys. Yeah, Eddie, they do sound different, but believe me, we're not talking Milli Vanilli here. These guys are the real deal. Why don't you come to the gig tomorrow night and see for yourself? Once they get on that stage, boom, things get real.
Really?
Believe me, they play like they're possessed. It's almost like magic. Look, you see my boys play, you see the old gods for real. These guys project a lot of power. They're not lightweights, you know what I'm saying?
All right, Barry, I'll see if I can make it. Now, let's take another quick break here, and after that, we'll play the new Old Gods of Asgard single. Don't you go away.
Alrighty. Interesting. Yeah, it seems like when you're inside the... like, any interiors in the game, they slow down your camera view, which bothers me a little bit. Okay, so there's like some entrances. Okay, that's locked up. My assumption is that there's probably some more manuscript pages out here somewhere. I have no clue if they're gonna probably bring back some of the manuscript pages that I might have missed. I just wish they do, because that would make the game perfect almost. Like, if you're revisiting places and... Is that a tumbleweed I just kicked? Holy hell. What's that? Was that an eagle? And why does this tumbleweed have so much weight? Holy hell, this tumbleweed has a lot of weight. It's kind of weird. But I mean, it makes sense since it's trying to emulate or simulate physics to some capacity, which is interesting. And that was a weird door sound effect because I just heard like some kind of door open up and closing. Oh, there's some stuff up there. Can I climb? Is there a ladder to climb up to the top there? Oh, there is a ladder, but I don't think I can reach the ladder, can I? Yeah, I can't reach that ladder because it looks like it's like halfway. Yeah, it's like there's no part to it that just seems to give it to me. All right, let's make it through here, I guess. Let's take this direction up to the top, to the observatory. It seems like a pretty sizable map, but it's not. Oh? I guess you guys are all coming out of nowhere on me like this. Yeah, it seems like I have to force to boost the thing in order to like... Okay, there's that guy. Let me get this out of the way. Ah, I see. They took away my magnet. And they're giving me the 9mm instead. Yeah, so it's following in true tradition that they would remove some certain things. Manuscripts. I'll take.
I've seen the enemy, and it's me. I've faced dark horrors before, things that live in the unimaginable pressures of the world beyond our own. Sometimes they masquerade as humans. That's what ultimately lurks inside Mr. He's every mean-spirited tabloid story about me. An evil caricature, a creature formed in that vague territory of misconceptions, half-truths and the dark imagination of people who heard a story about me. An urban legend made flesh. A serial killer. My dark half. Brought to life by the power of Cauldron Lake.
I just like how he's now mentioning Cauldron Lake for the first time. Alright, cool. The genesis of Mr. Scratch. So it seems like the whole counter is also... yeah, there's a counter for like all of them, I think. There's 16 pages in this particular map. Yeah, because when I picked it up, it seems like it says 55 in total, so... There is a good chance I'm not going to be revisiting, even if it says Act 1. I have a feeling that that's an absolute lie to some degree, but... 15. Is it 15 in total? Oh, this is the hunting rifle that I was looking for, that I was mentioning. Yeah, if we can get the hunting rifle, we would get like one-shot KO for some of these fights. Sweet. But I missed out on a few manuscripts on the past map, so that's a little bit sad right now. Is this door opened? No, it's locked. Okay. Alright, I saw this staircase upwards, but let me see what's up here first before we move up to the staircase. Kind of want to explore as much as I can for a little bit. Didn't get hurt yet, which is interesting. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to get hurt sooner or later. Oh. What? Oh, I was like, the camera didn't look at the thing. The camera was like pointed towards my back versus the enemy. Or that I couldn't see the enemy at all. What's that sound? Okay, let me check the round here at least. I know we had another road. We had another road that we could have walked through, so I'm probably going to revisit that road as well later. Flashbang! Hey, and flare. No, I didn't use my shotgun much, so I'll probably use this for now. Temporarily. That is also some big-ass doors. Way bigger than me. Locked. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to be careful. Some of these things are, like, way bigger than in size than anything that I've seen before. It's kind of strange, though, because of how much has changed compared to the other Alan Wake. Or the original Alan Wake. There's some wind blowing, so that's, I'm guessing, is when the Taken's gonna come arriving. Yeah, the Taken's gonna start arriving on me. Alright, let me go down for a little walk. Kind of detour myself back to the other side of the observatory, because we did see a road, but we just didn't take it because I was, like, not certain if it was gonna be something useful. I mean, we also could take the staircase here. There's like 3 pathways probably up to the observatory itself, which I'm assuming is the case. I'm wondering if Alan has like a stamina considering that it's kind of like open world-esque, they should be getting rid of the... They would most likely need to get rid of the stamina, or at least like reduce the stamina, like increase the stamina like bar, I guess, or the invisible stamina bar, because of how much running you had to go through to like explore this island or explore the levels, considering how big these levels are, sort of. Alright, nothing down there. I gotta keep looking at the mini-map. I forget every time. Some of these mini-map stuff sometimes just take me away from like... Oh. Thank you, game, for telling me where they're at. Or where they're coming at. Alright, there we go. Yeah, so I have to aim down to like really fight them. I see another guy walking up on me. Come on. Over here. There we go. Nice one. Yeah, so this pathway pretty much leads the same way. It's just a more dirt path version of it, looks like. Alright, let's grab this, grab all that. Yeah, as I mentioned, it's like I'd rather use my shotgun for now because there's an overabundance of it. Fighting the Taken.
I've carried a flashlight and a gun for so long that I feel naked without either. It's all too often that I need them. The darkness protects the Taken. Shadows crawl over their forms like living things, protecting them from harm. Blows that would injure or kill a human outright mean nothing to them as long as the darkness persists. But light makes them vulnerable. Light burns the shadows away. The darkness that drives them is still in them, but now they're vulnerable. Flashlight and gun. Sometimes it feels they're all I have left.
Excuse me there, where I was drinking my water. Alright, let's check out to see the sides here if there's like ammunition. Also, there is an overabundance of ammunition and gears that I'm just like, I don't think I'm gonna be troubled in not having things to protect me. I think I might be having troubles in missing out the collectibles that I want to get. Mostly, I think. Oh man, this electrical sounding is interesting. But yeah, overabundance of ammo and stuff like this would be useful, but at the same time very worrisome because there's not much to use them on right now. Like, we're not having too much like issues with that's a valve thingy above her. I keep hearing that eagle sound, like ee! Sorry, I'm trying to imitate it and it sounds weird. The heck was that? It sounded like a snake. But yeah, overall I'm just feeling like this is like there's an overabundance of resources, but there's no like actual enemies to deal with at the moment for it, so it really doesn't really help me as much. Oh, there's another box. 40 pages. Holy heck. So I'm guessing if you take the manuscript, they won't show up again, maybe? Potentially, I guess. I mean, I feel like that's the case. No, that's not. It looks like a coffee thermos for a second. I was like, oh god, is the thermos a bit again? Doesn't seem like there's any... Oh god, there's more hawk or eagle sounding stuff. Oh, this is the second page.
The pressure of success got to me. My wife Alice was the sole thing in my life that anchored me. Suddenly it wasn't enough. I couldn't write anymore. I distracted myself with wild parties and whatever trouble I could scare up. I wallowed in the drama of my life, sure that Alice would stick with me even though she didn't sign up to be the lifeline of a tortured artist. It was my dumb luck she's not the type to give up.
I mean, if you have a loved one who's very stubborn about what they want, that's something to pretty much be admired to, I guess. Like, they're stubborn and like willing to keep going for them. Oh, we found the staircase to wherever this is. Doesn't really have anything important on it, sadly. But yeah, otherwise, like, if you have a loved one that's like really willing to go far to help the person, like, that's something definitely admirable for it. Okay, let me not walk up to that staircase yet. There's another carbine frickin' rifle again. already have enough flares, right? No, I don't have enough flares. Okay, I thought I thought I didn't have enough flares, considering how much flares I've went through already with picking up. Yeah, 5 is the maximum I can carry, I think, if I recall. Alright, let's go to the inventory or observatory and see what's up. Alright, let me double check something. I think I've already explored this, so I don't think I need to see it again. So let's go inside the observatory, because there's really... I've already searched everything that's around the area. Compared to me doing in the freaking... Compared to me at the rest stop in the last 2 episodes, it's just like... Or the first 2 episodes. It's just like messed up.
Hello? I'm Dr. Rachel Meadows, and... Wait a moment, it's you! I can't believe you dare show your face around here again.
Wait, what? Oh god, no. Ooh. Their animations looks really cool too. Oh, there's this too. Okay, let me reload. I like how she's watching me and not helping me in any way, shape, or form. I hear the other guy right behind me there. Had a nice view yet, lady?
Go away.
It wasn't me. I just look like him.
Are you serious? That's what you're going with? Please.
I'm trying to stop him. You saw those shadow things trying to kill me, right? I bet he got along with them just fine.
Yes. Yes, he did. All right. Come on in.
Thank you.
What? That's how you what? How did you not understand that I was like trying to protect myself from that fight there? And like what the hell, dude? Like, how did that not convince you that I was on your side? Like, me killing a bunch of human Takens does not seem to prove to her that I am actually not him. How does that not seem plausible at first? Come on, man. Don't be like this, game. I don't know if they're intentionally sounding to look stupid or they're just there just to mess with me like crazy. Alright, which way do we go? Nope. Nope. Yeah, that doesn't seem to be open. Locked. Huh. I like how this thing is like filled with physics there. There's a TV here.
Hey,
again?
Buddy. I figured I'd take a moment to talk to you. There's a party next door. I'm feeling pretty good right now. A little beer, a little fun, you know? It's nice. Listen, this whole thing between us, it's a little weird for me too, you know? I mean, we don't just look the same, there's a lot we share. I mean, up here, I know you, right? So I was thinking maybe we could...
Oh. Wait, what? He just got flashed by a light and then just stopped talking.
These guys are getting out of control. Look, I feel like we're both victims of circumstance here. And maybe we could make some kind of effort to...
Oh, wow. Okay, so the next door party is slamming down on some things on that area. Don't tell me he's gonna pull out a gun. What the heck is that? What is that? Is that a wire? What is he making? I can't tell because it's so small and dark to see. It looks like he's making a sort of like a brass knuckle kind of thing on his fist.
Never mind.
Oh, he just started picking a fight against the guy, I guess, in there. Wow. Whoa, dude, seriously, what the heck? So he was getting angrier, and then at the point where he just took the fight to them, I guess. That's kind of strange, though. Very, very strange. All right, let me grab the flashbang, I guess. I'm already filled with flares, so I can't really pick up more, which kind of is depressing.
Just a moment, I'll send the lift down to you.
Because it was like,
I didn't expect to see anyone here tonight, but I'm relieved to see an actual person. That's assuming this isn't some kind of cruel trick on your part, of course.
Why would I want to trick you? I guess, I mean, no. Well, I mean, yeah, Mr. Scratch kind of likes to play tricks in order to, like, get what he wants, I guess. But then again, it could be the fact that I'm just not knowing the fact that I cannot, like, or that I have a dual point personality of some sort. But we'll see. No? Yeah, I forgot to mention in the last episode. I think I said it, but I forgot to. I halfway stopped thinking about it or saying something about it. But basically, if you leave the game alone, there was like cinematics playing, which I saw clues or like scenes from this game. So I pretty much saw that, which I missed out on. Oh, jeer.
Doctor, the man who looked like me, what did he want here?
There's a strange astronomical event happening right now. Something I can't begin to classify, but I think it's disabled our satellite. There's a very peculiar signal that we're receiving.
A signal? That's what I'm here for.
Well, so was he. But he didn't seem to understand it at all. He got very angry, sabotaged our imaging array, and now we're blind. I believe the event is still going on, but we can't pick it up.
Oh.
Is there something we can do?
What he broke is essentially just a special camera, but we can't use the telescope without it. There's a replacement in my car. If you can get that to me, we're back in business.
Consider it done.
Oh, you mean the satellite thing we've literally just saw, like, come down onto the world, I guess? Another chair magazine? How many more chair magazines are there? It's also interesting to see some old tech on in this world so far. Yeah, let's talk to the lady here.
Tell me more about the signal.
It's almost as if something's being transmitted to Night Springs. It's the strangest thing. It's quite elusive, almost as if it wasn't properly there. I don't know how to describe it.
So, what was the signal like?
I wish I knew. He appeared before I had a good fix on it. He was very pleasant when I was working, but when I isolated the signal, he suddenly forced me out of the control booth. He said it was none of my business. He seemed to change. Somehow he was very smooth and charming before that, but suddenly he became
evil.
I'm sorry. I'm not sure I want to talk about it.
Wait, I'm so confused. Why is the character trying to... Maybe because he was way too convincing? Or convincing that she kind of lost memory of what the hell he did to her, I guess? Or that they just ended up going at it in a very... Anyways, yes.
I have to ask, do you always wear that to work?
I was at a party for a local art exhibition. Fascinating works. When I was called away by my assistant. Michael was the first to spot this event. I don't know where he is now, actually. He was supposed to bring us some food, but he never showed up.
Tell me about the event.
Oh, it's quite fascinating. It looks as if stars were changing, somehow. Or shifting positions. It isn't really happening, of course. Most likely it's caused by some kind of atmospheric refraction phenomenon. But I've never seen anything like it.
Interesting. Yeah, I didn't realize that that's not a dress you would wear to work, I guess. I wasn't imagining it. I mean, she doesn't look like it didn't look distracting in any way for me, but...
Did he hurt you?
No. He didn't quite threaten me exactly, but those shadowy things started to crawl into view, and whatever the signal was, he seemed to be extremely frustrated by it. He just started breaking things and left. I thought it best not to interfere.
You were lucky. He's done much worse.
Yes. He showed me a knife, and he kept talking. He enjoyed the sound of his own voice. A proper maniac. You really aren't anything like him, are you?
Believe me, I try very hard not to be.
Okay, now she's going back to work, so we won't be able to continue any conversations with her. I guess we're going back down. I'm hoping that it's probably to go back to the rest stop, but I highly doubt it. It's probably to go to like some kind of area, like some kind of building, and just like go to some kind of area and just like reboot the system or something like that, maybe.
Good luck, and try to be careful. It's a very expensive part, and we don't have a replacement.
I mean...
Oh dear, that sounded more callous than I intended. Be safe.
Okay. It's kind of strange again, like their character just feels kind of strange. Nonetheless. Alright, where do we need to go? Get the imaging array. Oh, there's another manuscript? What? How did I miss the manuscript out here? What the heck? I just missed it somehow. I missed that manuscript somehow, I guess.
The spiders aren't really the work of the enemy.
Huh?
They're a side effect. A part of the Dark Place's less significant fauna that has managed to slip through the opening I made when I arrived. Less an animal than an idea that has assumed the form of an animal. Makes them no less dangerous, but at least they're a little easier to deal with. The darkness doesn't protect them like the Taken, and thus they can be destroyed by either light or bullets right away.
Alright. So we're gonna be fighting some spiders, apparently. I hope that they don't look like the actual spiders that I think they look like. But my assumption is that we'll probably revisit back and forth some of these places, depending on the story, maybe. But my fear is that if we do revisit some of these places, would that mean that, would that mean that I have to, like... Oh dear, there is spider webs. Oh my god, what the hell is this? Oh no, we are fighting spiders here. Oh god. Why is there spider webs here now? There was no spiders here earlier on. I hear skitters. This is creepy as hell.
This must be your car.
Oh, we had to look at the car. Okay, I thought it was the building we need to go to. How many chair magazines does she have? Oh god, that is scary. That is some creepy ass spiders. Oh my god, there's a lot of them. Yikes-eries. I guess they found a way to make it scarier or creepier than it is supposed to be. Alright, where's the other stupid spiders? Alright, we need to like focus in on the lighting to get them out of the way. So these are like equivalent to the birds, I'm guessing, but they're just like more... Gotta run, I gotta run. I don't want to be here any further. Oh dear. Okay, there we go. At least I don't need to use a battery, honestly. The batteries are... Oh, come on! Damn it! Okay, I can't see where the... I'm gonna go to the light. Screw it. To the light! To the light! Okay. Yeah, those spiders are getting creepier and creepier. Like, I do think they're equivalent to the birds from the original Alan Wake. The only difference here is just that they're, like, more prone to, like... Why is my camera, like, zoomed in this time? Yeah, the camera's, like, zooming into my body much more. Yeah, I want to see if there was, like, any manuscript that missed out when I grabbed it. Because sometimes they look like they spawn the manuscripts at a certain degree once you get to the to a certain point of the map, I guess. Go through the certain parts of the map, I guess. Alright, well, let's get in there, I guess, for now. I'm hoping she's alright. Yeah, I just feel like the camera zoomed in a lot more than it should be. But I guess it's not, maybe. I don't know.
I found it!
Excellent. I'll operate the platform directly below the telescope so you can install the array. Don't worry, it's very easy.
Whoa, what the heck? That's something. But it's literally a camera that we just frickin' got. We didn't even do anything or got anything in particularly. Okay. It's just literally a camera.
Brilliant, you got it. I'll just run a quick diagnostic on it.
Okay.
It's in perfect order. All right, we're good to go. Let's take a look at the skies.
Oh, actually, we're actually looking at something going on. Okay. I wasn't sure what the hell's going on there. I've never been to an observatory in real life, but I have seen observatories in games. I have seen observatories in games.
There's a problem with the automated coolant system. Somebody just interrupted the flow.
So now what?
Well, you could go and open the secondary coolant flow valves manually. I know it's dangerous there, but, well...
I got it!
Please come talk to me if you have questions.
So we're just gonna, like, literally head outside and just turn on the valves? I mean, I did notice all the valves in the areas that I visited when looking for the manuscript, but... Holy heck, I didn't realize they were all actual realistic mechanics that I had to really go and search for.
Just remember, you need to release all 3 valves. It doesn't matter what order you do it in.
Okay, I guess that would be it for me in this episode for now. I mean, I am a little bit over the 30 minutes over here. Yeah, I mean, there's not enough brightness in here, but thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys in the next episode or another video of mine. Hope you guys have a great, amazing day, good night, or whenever you're watching this. Yeah, so if I ever turn to, if I ever go back to the rest stop, which I hope there is a round 2 of going through this, I'm hoping that they will show up with these pages that I missed out on, because I have a feeling that these 2 were pretty much in the other rooms that I would have checked out on in the motel place. And there's probably like one outside of that area, but whatever it is whatever. Yeah, otherwise I'm gonna hope to get back to those pages if I can. If I can't, I'll probably revisit the episode and probably pick them up on my own, because I think that's pretty much how it is. If there's like a radio or TV show thing, I'll probably make sure to record it a little bit, just to kind of like interject the episode to kind of say like, hey, this is the thing I missed out on, but I recorded it or something like that. If it's reading stuff, I will save them up until, like, I'll revisit those episodes and save them up till the thing. But I won't do that until, like, near the end of the game. Like, if I do finish the whole game and I'm, like, I have a few missing manuscripts, I'll go out of my way and literally just record, like, some parts of the episode where we're just, like, looking for the remaining stuff that I missed out on. Again, it's not a long game, so I know for a fact that I can probably do it where I won't be, like, really, like, needing to do too much. Like, by all honesty, it's just literally just following a set of path and we're just done. Like, it's not more than an hour either, so it would just take about like 30 minutes or something just to get things done. But yeah, otherwise that's it for this episode, and in the next episode we will go ahead and see what's up with the observatory valves, because I have a feeling that this is the reason why they're doing this to us is to kind of make a detour, like make us do some things rather than just sit around and watching the doctor do whatever or say whatever she wants to say to kind of convince us of things. Otherwise, I'm very fearful because spiders are going to come back at us here again. So we'll see how we're going to handle these spiders every now and then. I mean, there's a certain degree of, like, scariness that there is to it, but... Oh, there's a valve right here immediately right now. I didn't realize that was a valve. Done. Yeah, I didn't realize there was a valve there, which was really random. Yeah, so other than that, that's it for this episode. And again, we'll continue it in the next one. Roz, out.